Nganong naabot ka ri unsay rason nganong naabot ka dinay?
Oh, it's a long story actually, pero una na siya dong.
Mission na to part 1 to 5.
Hi everyone. Hello. Sa taga Pilipinas, all over the world. This afternoon we will interview one Filipino who is really inspired, like it's inspired me a lot, and also a really hardworking lady. Ako introduce sa inyo ha, si Ate Elma. Siya ang murag spiritual guide, no? Siya ang akong spiritual guide diri sa Australia, og siya pod spiritual guide slash sister slash mother slash grandma. Yeah, siya jud ang pinaka first nga akong nahunahunaan nga interview nga kabalo jud ko nga daghan jud ma-inspired sa iyahang journey in life. Welcome, Ate Elma Ramsey. Pila nakakatuig diri?
More or less mga 8 years na.
8 years na.
Ah.
So, nganong naabot ka ri unsay rason nganong naabot ka dinay?
Oh, it's a long story actually, pero una na siya dong. Okay, it's a long story actually, pero himo lang natong short for this
Pwede na ilong. Kuani ka ng good for 1 week. Mission na to part 1 to 5.
Okay. So why I decide to come here? Actually, it's not me who make decision for myself. I could say nga it's God's plan, because when I get married with an Aussie man, we did not plan to come here and stay in Australia. But what happened? We already married for 2 years, and then what happened? My husband get a heart attack in the Philippines. So he is in the hospital for 2 months, and then he had a checkup for 8 months, and then after that the doctor said that okay, but after he came out from the hospital, he said, "Can I go back to Australia?" And the doctor said, "No, you cannot, because you might die in the airplane, and then my license will be cut." So okay, we waited up to 8 months, and then after 8 months of back and forth to the doctor said, "Oh, I think you can already fly to Australia." So he got a permission to fly back here, and then he got angioplasty in Prince Charles for nothing.
Wow.
Because in the Philippines we have to spend 1 million pesos, but he got here and he had a angioplasty in Prince Charles, and then after that, after a few months, he asked his doctor that I want to go back to the Philippines, and the doctor said, "No, you cannot fly anymore because we gonna monitor you." So he said, "What am I going to do? I'm here in Australia and my wife is in Philippines." So what we do is we just pray that God will guide us and whatever. So fortunately, he had a friend in the church that has he asked prayers in the church, and then one of his churchmate said that okay, I will help you. I will help Elma to come here.
Wow.
Just let her apply the visa, and then I will give her the return flight, because I have a lots of contest points, something like that. So it's a good
Wow.
thing. Hey? So he sent me, actually he went to the Philippines to pick me up,
Oh.
because he said because he already retired. And then during those times he retired and he had no more work, and he said, "Oh, I haven't gone to Philippines. I will go to Philippines and pick up Elma."
Oh.
Yeah, because when I applied a visa outright, I think the following day
Wow.
I was
You got it
approved.
straight away.
I was approved the following day. And then he said, "Okay, I will go back. I will go there and I will pick you up, and he will, so we can come here together." Because he said, "Oh, Hong Kong is a big airport. I might get lost."
Oh, so you, from here to Hong Kong.
No, from Philippines to
Philippines to
Hong
Hong
Kong,
Kong,
I
yeah.
might get lost because
Mm.
I never been to Hong Kong. I never been in Australia. So
Mm.
he went there, he picked me up, and then the best thing that happened to me, because he got this what is that? The how do you call that one?
Which one?
You can get into the lounge.
Ah, business class.
Business class.
Yeah.
He is in business class. Maybe when he fly, always in business class.
Wow.
And then when we get, when you queue in the airplane,
Ah,
the business class
priority.
people is priority.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Okay, come on, Elma." And I said, and then he went ahead, and then two people, and then me. And then the personnel there said, "Mom, you're not here because you're economy. You're there."
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
I said, "I don't know." And then he
Aw.
said, "Excuse me, she's with me." I said, "Oh, sorry, sir." And then
Oh.
he let me in like that. So I don't know, because that we are in the first priority lane.
Yeah.
So what happened when we arrived in Hong Kong? We have a layover, I think 6 hours,
Mm.
and then we're looking for the lounge
Mm.
area. So we went there, and then we sat in a nice. He said, "Oh, we need to look for the lounge because the 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 chair is comfy."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like outside that it's
Mm.
so hard. So we look for it, and then we can eat in the lounge.
Mm.
So that was my best experience. Oh, this
Yeah,
is
that's really
nice.
good.
I become like a VIP.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, but the reason why you end up here, ate, it's because of him.
no, not yet. So when I arrived here, my visa is tourist visa. I stay here for 3 months,
Mm.
and then in that 3 months, actually my husband is poor because
Mm.
he is only a pensioner.
Mm.
But I am content because as
Mm.
long as I come here,
Yeah.
and then that person,
Mm.
Bob, he bring us to Brisbane.
Wow.
Before I go home, he bring us to Brisbane to ride
the
the
wheel.
wheel, the eye,
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel,
The Ferris wheel.
the
Yeah.
the eye of the Brisbane
Brisbane.
Eye, something
Ah,
like
the
that.
bus.
Yeah. And then after that, he bring us to Sunshine Coast.
Mm.
Yeah, he bring us there. So I'm so happy. Then I went home, and then when I went home, we keep on praying that
Mm.
hopefully I can come back,
Mm.
because I only came here as a
Mm.
tourist for
Mm.
3 months.
Mm.
And then my husband, we just have rented a
Mm.
house, little house, and then uh, we keep on praying that, and that we need to save money,
Mm.
because to be to stay here in Australia,
Mm.
to marry a Australian, and to stay here in Australia, you have to pay. On my time, it's $7,000.
Wow.
Yes. So I said, okay, we will just wait for the time,
Mm.
and we just have to save money.
Mm.
And then so we start to save money, because I like it here, because it's different, big difference here. So, but you know what? We have plans. We always have plans in our life, but God has another
plan.
plan.
Yeah.
So, what happened one day? That was like this, July or winter time.
Mm.
We have a neighbor. We have a rich neighbor
Mm.
that we, I always just look, okay,
In their house.
because they have a big house and they
Yeah.
have a 5 acres area
Yeah.
and they have a train, a little train,
Yeah.
and then when the train is running, I just
Wow.
oh, look at that, something like that. We don't know them. And then when I was in the Philippines already, this couple are used to they used to have to walking
Yeah.
every morning. So
Exercise.
their house is too far because they have 5 acres, and then so when they are in the road near our house, because they're across our house, their house is across us, the rain pour out.
Wow.
And so we have a porch, but we don't have a car. So my husband is sitting outside looking for my little plant, something like that. And then the wife said, "Oh, can we stay in your porch because
Wow.
the rain is
That
pouring?"
is really good.
So, okay, my husband said,
That's a
"Okay,
purpose.
come on,
There's a
come
purpose.
here." So they talk for a while, and then after the rain is stop, when the rain stopped, they said, "Okay, we go and walk." You go to their walking, and then they said, "Oh, can we go back, and when we go home, let's go back to our neighbor and talk more about him." So when they go back, they talk for at least 1 hour. And then so my husband tells his experience. He went to India. He had a ministry in India. He went, and then now he went to the Philippines and get married with me. But unfortunately, his plan is to stay, live, and die in the Philippines. But God has different plan. So he said that, "Oh, I am here now stuck because I cannot go back to the Philippines. So I need to bring my wife here."
Yeah.
So we have to save money and everything.
But you
something
got
like that.
married in the Philippines too.
Yes. We got married in the Philippines. We stayed for 2 years in the Philippines. And then that's it. He got heart attack.
Wow.
So
What a good
that's why
story.
he had to come here. So what happened is, and then they went home. And then after 20 minutes, maybe they talk, the couple, they talk, they're talking about us. And then after 20 minutes, he knocked on the door of my house, my husband, and said, "David, can you bring your wife here? I will pay the immigration."
Wow.
We are so shocked. What? We just know him.
Yeah, it's
just
$7,000.
$7,000. So we just know him now, like 30 minutes ago or 1 hour ago. We are neighbors, but we don't know them. But only now they just talk an hour ago, and then they make a decision that bring your wife here. And then so my husband said, "Come on, you apply your visa." So I applied my visa, and then I came here. And then another good story, another good thing in the church, we have a church mate who is an agent, immigration
Wow.
agent.
It's really
So
planned.
he said, "Oh, I will help Elma to, oh, she needs to come here on June because July there is a election, I think. So it might change something. So she has to come here on June so we can file her thing." And so she, "Okay, I will come on June." So I don't know if he asked payment from the person who paid for me. I don't know.
Wow.
Because when I arrived, he checked our thing, and he said, "Okay, what's going on, blah 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 blah, sign this, blah blah blah." And then he submitted it, and then after 2 weeks I received my bridging visa.
Wow.
So it means I can stay now for life here, for waiting for the approval of my
That's
visa.
how you end up here in Australia.
Yeah,
Not because
that's a good story
Yeah.
of my ending here in
she ended up here in Australia not because of her husband actually. It's because it's a God plan. for
because
her.
of God's plan.
Yeah. And kanang I just wanted to ask you, what's your first job
Yeah.
in Australia?
The good thing is, we attended, so I was here June. December, we attended a Christmas party with a Filipina wife, and then I met another two Filipina there.
Wow.
And we are the same thing, like they also get married, and they are also
Same situation.
that they're married, and they just filed their visa, and they don't have job yet, because maybe same, like maybe I was here June, maybe they were here August, other one is July, something like that. So we don't know what we are going to do here. So we met there, and then they said, Ate, let's there is what is that job opening in Caboolture. What is that? Strawberry planting, strawberry
picking?
weeding, strawberry
Wow.
picking for 6 months.
Aw.
Yeah, all in all for 6 months. And
So
then,
that's your
okay, let's go and apply. So we apply. And then I told my husband, oh, we're gonna apply that, what is that job? And then he said, no, that's not a job of an old woman. Because I'm already 50s on this time. I
that
said,
is so hard.
that's very back pain. I said, it's all right. It's only
Yeah.
what is that? Experience. First job. And then he said, okay, we will bring you there. So because we already have a car, and he drive us there, and then we got the job. And then what happened is my husband, he really doesn't want me to work there. But I said, oh, please, I want to work with that. So I start to work. And then after a month, I think, because I have to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I will pick them up, my neighbor and my friend from Deception Bay, and then Caboolture. So 3 of us will go together in the farm.
Strawberry picking.
And then after a month, because my husband has to wake up also the same 4 o'clock, so he was admitted to the Red Grip Hospital because he became anemic. But good thing is that was Friday. And then Sunday I said, what to do? I need to go. Who's going to drive me going to work? And he said, no, you're not working anymore because nobody will drive you. I said, please let me drive. I know. I said, no, you have to stop working. And then, what? If I will stop working, the two girls also will stop working. Please. And then he said, okay, just drive safely, something like so. That was the first time that I really drive by myself without my husband. So that's what I did for 6 months.
So that's
I work in the strawberry farm.
Yes.
Although it's so back
Painful.
pain, but I will not complain.
Yeah.
So my husband will continue to allow me to work.
Yeah, I know. I asked that's why I asked you, because I know Ate Ilma is a nurse. She is professional nurse, not a registered nurse, but here in Australia, if you are registered, we call you registered nurse. But if you are like carer, no, like we call it usually nurse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I studied as a assistant in nursing.
Yeah.
So that's my profession, assistant in nursing. So our when I work already as an assistant in nursing, my supervisor is the nurse. Yeah, so I am his buddy.
Yeah. In your life, Ate, for those Filipino that wanted to come over here in Australia, can you give some advice to them, or to those Filipinos watching all over the world, that how they handle their homesick while they are here in another country? Because
Yeah.
obviously you handle your homesick before. But
Yeah.
I know there's homesick still now. If you do homesick
Yeah,
still.
actually, yeah, we really love our country, where we get where we born, and what is that, lumaki tayo. So yeah, that's normal to get homesick because we are far from our family, from our loved ones, but we have to also look at the opportunity that this is the first country. Philippines is a third country. So we are very low income, although you work hard, but the income is so small. Then, but when you come here, we're just surprised. Like, even when I work in a strawberry farm, it's so hard, but I will not complain because it's very, very big difference in terms of salary. In so, it's really, you can really feel homesick, but you have to think about it. What are you gonna ano ang ipairal mo, yung homesick or yung opportunity. So you have to look at the other side, that yes, there is homesick, but the good thing now is we have Facebook, we have Messenger. Like me, I
Like
can call
before.
my grand children, and they call them mommy, mommy. I said hi, hello, something like that. So that's what we're gonna look, that we will not be succumb with our homesick. We are here to what is that, to work and to fight all those homesick, and then so we can share what we get blessings from here. We can share our blessings, so we will be happy. So yan ang kaligayahan natin, na magsikap tayo, tapos pag mayroon tayong ma-share na konti, then we have to share. Yes, so that's it.
Oh, thank you, Te. I did just last one, last one question. If you can give some advice to the family back home. I know some families, they're thinking about us like we have a lot of money down there. That's not a lie. But if you can give us like some advice, Ate, spiritually or from your heart.
Yeah. So yeah, that's right, that a lot of people in the Philippines, like, they think that there is plenty of money here because of the money difference. Like, the $100 here is 3,000 in the Philippines, 3,005, something like that. But we gonna work hard here. So, and also we also have payables. Like, for example, me, I need a car. So I have to buy a car. If I don't have money, I have to loan to buy a car, and then I have to pay the bills, the registration. That's why I make my registration monthly. So when I have money, cut the registration, cut the insurance. So we have the insurance of the car. I also have my insurance for myself, and then we also have to buy our food.
Yeah.
So come to think about it, we earn big money or big salary, but we also have bills to pay.
That's right.
So I also supported my family in the Philippines. Then I have two sons, but I supported one son, and then but I did not support them too much. Like, okay, this is my my pledge to you. I will pay the tuition of the 3 children. That's all. And then I will buy you an insurance. The insurance of my family. So if something happened to him,
Life insurance.
so I will not be burdened.
Yes.
It's not a burden to me. So
Wow.
so that is my that's what I did. So sometimes, twice a year I send them boxes. Because to send box is not also cheap.
Yeah.
Because to pay the box is also
plus inside.
5,000. And then you put something inside, so it become like maybe 8,000. So we cannot send, not like before. I send every three months I send, but now I said no, it's not it's not good to me to send every few months. So so hopefully all those people or our family in the Philippines, that they also think that that is our situation here. We have to work hard because of the bills that we
That's right.
are we have
You
here.
have a lot of
So-
bills too.
So we don't have enough, too much money to send.
Mm.
So hopefully, hopefully they will understand.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then, Ate, I know you're really, you're Christian, and I know, you got a lot of knowledge about the spiritual thing. Can you give me some, like really, what can I say, your own verse
Oh, my
that you can
verse.
share? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I forgot where is it now, but it is in Isaiah, I think.
Yeah.
For it is, but for I have a plans for you,
Mm.
not to harm you, but to
Ah.
prosper you,
Ah,
and yeah, something like that. But
that's nice.
yeah, so for me in my journey, I can really call it in my Christian journey that I always really look after to God,
Yeah.
like even in my
You walk with him, right?
even in my life here, it's not perfect.
Mm.
Like I have problems, but first, I will not tell all my problems to my friend. Like
Mm.
even Evelyn was like,
Mm.
"Oh, what's going on?
Mm.
I didn't know
Mm.
what happened." I
Mm.
said, "No, because I don't want people will be involved to my
Yeah.
problems. So
Yeah.
what I do is I just talk to God.
Mm.
I go to church,
Mm.
and then the good thing is when I go to church, I I can hear encouraging words. Although the pastor didn't know what's going on with me,
Mm.
but he will just say, "Please don't give up in life.
Yeah.
Don't give up your husband. Please, husband, don't give up on your wife.
Yeah.
Don't give up on
That is
your
really teaching me in
children."
church,
So
you know.
I said, "Oh no!" So I was charged. I
Yeah.
mean, I am encouraged of
Mm.
that's why I always
Yeah.
go to
I
church.
heard the
Yeah,
exact
because
words.
because you can hear good words there. Even though
It fits.
if you feel down, then go to church so you can hear encouragement.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
all.
Thank you so much, Ate. Thank you for this beautiful afternoon. And I wish everyone can get some words from Ate for today. And unta nakakuha pod mo some ideas of inspirational from our story.